hello. How are you doing today? Yes. How can I help you? Right. Okay, so a gift. Well, what kind of jewelry does she like? Okay. Well, I think you've come to the right place. If she really likes handmade, unique jewelry, this is definitely the place to find some jewelry for her. Well, other than handmade and unique, are there any other particular things that you've noticed about the jewelry that she wears? Okay. All right. Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, people come in all the time that don't really know a whole lot about jewelry, and we are here to help you with that. Well, do you know, does she want a ring or a necklace, a bracelet? We've got lots of lovely bracelets, necklaces, earrings, rings. Okay, well, I'll just show you some of my favorites and we'll go from there. How does that sound? Okay, all right, great. Well, let's start off with some of our basic rings. I'm just gonna grab some from under the counter. We try to keep them separated by category and type. Some of our rings have gemstones, others are just plain silver. Do you know if she has a favorite gemstone? Okay, well, we'll just look at all of them. Let's start off with the rings that do not have any gemstones. We have so many. All right. So it looks like we have a few less designs of these kinds of rings than usual. We do work with a few select artists from the area, so they're very unique, a lot of them one of a kind, so once they're bought, they're gone. And we have not been in contact with our artists in the past week. We're going to be contacting our artists next week to get a few more designs in, but we do have several things to choose from. Well, one of our more popular ring designs are these monogrammed rings. They're made from sterling silver, and the artist has hammered the sterling silver out and then stamped on a letter to the ring. Yes, they're very nice and they're very customizable. These right here come with various textures. This one has a lined texture and has been filled in with a black coloring in order to highlight that texture. Whereas this one has been hammered and also has been darkened. But this one has not been darkened and is a more plain band. What do you think of those? All right, well, let's just keep going. Another one of our more popular designs without gemstones is this very simple ring here. It's got a very small sphere on the top and it's quite minimalist. I love the way that it just sits on your finger, and that little ball of silver, really, it's almost like a gemstone itself. Okay, well, I'll put this one to the side since you think she might like it. Let's see, it looks like, oh, I remember, we do have a few more that don't have gemstones, but these are very plain. These are just plain bands. They don't have any decoration on them other than the hammer marks or texture that the artist has chosen to use. Here we go. See, we have quite a few of these designs. Now, some of them are very thin, where others are a little bigger, a little wider. These rings that I'm wearing on this finger here are some of our designs. They're some of my favorite. I prefer the thicker stacking rings to the thinner, more minimalist ones. But since you said that you think she would like this more minimal design, I'm going to show you the more minimal ones first. We have several design options in these kinds of rings. So you can really customize and get a lot of variety. Alright, so with these rings we have this hammered band, very similar to the monogrammed rings. We also have a satin band. It looks kind of like a plain band when you look at it briefly, but when you look up close, there's a bit of a scratched finish on there. Here is another hammered, but it is slightly thinner than the first. And here's a lined texture, but it's kept in the shiny silver instead of using the darkening agent to highlight that texture. As with this one too, but it's been hammered. And here is one that is just plain. Oh, you think she'd like this one? Okay, yeah, it seems like she's got very minimalist taste. I can relate to that in a lot of ways. So I'm just going to set that ring right there with the sphere ring. And let's see. Here is that version of that ring. She might like this one. This one is the same ring that you just put aside, except with that darkened silver color. It's an antiqued silver. Okay, yes, I'll put this one to the side as well. I'm so happy you're already finding things that you think she'll like. Yes. What are any others that you would like to see from here? Any closer? Okay, great. I'm just going to put these back into the box and we'll go over the thicker ones as well. I know I have eclectic taste. I like minimalist things and things that are not so minimalist, so we'll make sure to go over everything. Now we have all the same texture choices for these thicker silver bands, but they do have quite a different look than the others. Alright, you can see here we have a wide hammered band. Then we have a lightlier hammered band with the antiqued silver. A hammered band without antiquing. And here is another ripple hammered with the antiquing. We've got the plain shiny silver. We have another style of a hammered texture here. Here are both of our lined textures, one with the antique silver and one without. And then we have the plain with the antique silver. Alright, no problem. I'll just put these away. I thought that she might not like these considering she likes the smaller jewelry, but I like them both, so I wanted to make sure we covered it. I can go ahead and put this box away. And now next we get into the rings with lots of gemstones, which are my favorite. I have two of our artist's rings on today, this Labradorite ring and this garnet ring. I saw them when they came in and I just couldn't help but buy them. We have really wonderful artists. So these are our typically are our engagement ring designs. They don't have to be considered engagement rings. They can also be promise rings or just a lovely ring to adorn any finger. I have to say that these two are my absolute favorite. They're quite decadent, however. Okay, so not looking for something quite like this today, I understand. We also have a few others that have multiple stones in them, but they are not quite as glamorous as those other two. We have these two designs here. One is a more minimalist design with three cubic zirconia stones. And this one is a thicker design. It's very similar, but it's got a lot more width to it, more substance to it. It's got a greater weight, so it's more noticeable. And it also has 3 cubic zirconia. Okay, no problem. We also have many solitaire designs. We have this one here, which I think is just beautiful. It has that antique silver look. It's been hammered on the band, and the stone in the middle is a rose-cut moissanite. Now, moissanite is very special. It is a synthetic stone. It's made in a lab. However, it is extremely strong, just as strong as, if not stronger, than diamond. The structure was discovered in a meteorite that hit the earth, and we were able to backwards engineer the information in order to create this stone, which is just so interesting to me. Okay. Would you like to see any of our other solitaire designs? Okay, no, that's fine. Yes, I understand. A lot of people, when they see that clear diamond-esque stone, they relate it immediately to an engagement ring, and that is not what you're wanting today, and that is just fine. Next, I would like to show you our Birthstone Ring series. We have a stone for every month, and I think that she might really like these because they're in the same style as the sphere ring that we've put aside for you. What month was she born? Okay, let me see if I can pick that one out. Now, each one of these is slightly different. Some have the antique silver, some have a textured band, some have a plain band. But if we don't have the exact style you're looking for in her birthstone, we can always make a custom order for you. All right. All right, here it is. And this actually does have the same plain band as that sphere ring from before, and it is in the shiny silver, so it's not antiqued. I absolutely love the way the stone sits inside of the sphere, and it's very clean, very polished, and still quite minimalistic, even though that there is a gemstone in there. So what do you think of this? What do you think of how it looks? All right, sure, I'll put it to the side. Oh yes, yeah, that's fine. We'll look at all of them again when we're done, and you can make your choice then. Would you like to see any more of the Birthstone rings? All right, no, that's fine. If you like that one, there's no sense in going through all of them. All right, we are to our last box of rings. Now these are our other gemstone rings. These are gemstones that don't look like diamonds or cubic zirconias or moissanites. We have cabochons and faceted gemstones. Oh, a cabochon looks like this. A cabochon has a flat back and a rounded top, whereas a faceted stone is more like these stones, the ones that have that shimmer on the inside and often have a point on the bottom, unless it's a rose-cut stone similar to that moissanite. But let's go over the cabochon rings first, okay? Yeah. I really do like cabochons. I don't wear them as much as I do faceted stones because I do like the shine that a facet gives. but it is nice for variety, and some of my favorite stones do better as cabochons. Oh, my favorite stone is probably the Labradorite, which I'm sporting on this finger here. We do actually have a Labradorite here as well. Alright, we've got several cabochon designs in today. Lots to choose from. Alright, so we have blue chalcedony, or chalcedony, I think is the proper way to say it, but I always mess that up. One with the antique silver. We also have this antique silver Labradorite that I pointed out before. We have this antiqued Moonstone here and a shiny Moonstone here. Rose quartz here and here. We have a shiny amethyst, and oh, we do have another Labradorite, don't we? We have a antiqued Labradorite here. They're just my favorite, so I love to see them. Do you think she would like something like this? Okay, so she really likes pink. Well, that's good. I love pink. I mean, I've got all my pink earrings today. These are also rose quartz. Do you think she would like the antique silver or the shiny silver? Okay, no, I can put them both aside. It is not any problem at all. I think that these are just so lovely. That rose quartz goes so well against the silver, either the antiqued or the shiny. Well, you have several rings you're gonna get to choose from. All right, so it looks like we're running a little bit low on our faceted designs. The more minimalist ones, we do have this lovely Alexandrite ring. It has a top that is elevated, so it leaves for a lot of room, and the stone is elevated so that it's seen a little bit better. And it is a bit pink. She might like it. Okay, yeah, you like the other one better, that's fine. And then we have this one with the citrine in it. Okay, not a fan of yellow, that's fine. And then the other two designs are these multi-stone designs, very similar to the one you saw in the engagement rings with the cubic zirconia, except we have this one here that has 3 different stones. Oh, that's fine. You don't like the multiple different colors. A lot of people don't. A lot of people like to stick with, one color and go matchy-matchy. Now this one has purple stones in it. They're amethysts. One is a 3mm light purple amethyst, and the 2 on the side are your traditional dark purple amethyst. Okay, that is just fine. That is all of our rings. Would you like to go through the rings you picked out now, or would you like to wait until we are finished looking at the other jewelry? Okay, yeah, we'll just keep going. What do you think? What should we do next? Would you like to do bracelets, necklaces, or we have some of our earring designs under the counter here? Okay, we can go over the bracelets. Does she wear bracelets often? Well, the reason I ask is there are some people who absolutely love bracelets, but there are others who feel that bracelets kind of get in the way of their life. Like if they work with their hands a lot, a lot of people will choose not to wear bracelets because they move around the arm and they can be distracting. I do like bracelets, but personally, I don't wear them very often for that reason. I work with a lot of jewelry, and if I'm moving around, my bracelets can get snagged on things pretty easy. Right. Well, if that's the case, I would personally recommend to stay away from the bracelets, especially if you've never really seen her wear bracelets. But let me show you the rose quartz bracelets that we have, since you did say she likes pink. Just in case you think she might like them. Now, these are very similar to the ring, and they would look beautiful together. I've worn this set together before when I know I'm not going to be doing a lot of work. But the rose quartz sits in the silver the exact same way as with the rings. So you can see how they would perfectly match. Yeah, I can show you. So you put them on just like this, where the opening is. Then it sits on your wrist very nicely, and it's got a nice opening, so it's one size fits all, and it's very easily adjustable. And here is the antique silver one. Oh, I like the antique silver more too, personally. But another very nice thing about these bracelets is that they are stackable. So if you get more than one, you can customize the look, you can put them together, and layering is so hot right now. So I would highly recommend getting more than one if you do get one at all. Yeah, I'll put them to the side, and you just keep thinking about that. If you think that she's the type of person who likes to wear jewelry even when they're not working, I think that a bracelet choice might do well. All right. Next, let's save the necklaces for last and go for the earrings. I think earrings might be my personal favorite. And since she likes pink, I'll show you one more rose quartz design that we have. These are so nice, and they're also quite minimalist, and seeing that she does like minimal stuff, or you think she likes minimal stuff, she might really enjoy this pair here. Now these are technically dangle style earrings, but they're kind of a hybrid between studs and dangles. As you can see, the hook is not separate from the main piece of jewelry. It is soldered here to the back so that when you wear it, it moves a little, but it is not near as kinetic as your typical dangle earrings. Like these earrings here, they dangle very fast and loud. I can always hear a little tinkling noise in my ears when I wear them, and that won't be the case with these. Now these are very nice African ruby beads that have been strung onto this sterling silver, and the artist has hammered the ends of the wire so that the beads can't come off. And we only have one pair of these. The artist, when she dropped these off, she let us know that she would not be able to make any more of these, as these beads have gotten very hard to find. Oh yeah, I'll definitely put these to the side for you, and I've got to say, I highly recommend these. They're gorgeous, they're completely unique, and you're not going to be seeing them anymore. I'm jealous. I would get them if you don't. Next, I will show you, we have one pair of earrings right now that don't have any gemstones, and they're very organic. They're inspired by nature. These earrings were made by an artist using the lost wax casting procedure. These pieces right here started off as wax, which were molded against a leaf, and then through the process, the wax, you mold around it, and the wax is then drained and replaced with metal. So you get a perfect replica of the wax. Now these are your traditional dangly earrings, so they do move around quite a bit while they're in the ear. And they are a little bit different from one another. The process that creates these, everything is unique, so they're matched as best as possible, but they're very unique. Okay, no problem. Right, I thought she might not like these, but I wanted to show you anyway. She does seem to have that minimalist style. So I'll get these two out of the way together, because chances are these aren't going to be quite minimalist enough. We have these here, which I love because, you know, I love the sparkly things. We have blue drusies. Now, drusies are some of my favorites. There are just thousands of micro crystals in here. And then they're sprayed. This particular one is sprayed with, I believe it's a titanium metal, and it gives it that blue and purple shimmer. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, next we have some Moonstone in circles earrings. Now, these are more traditional dangles, and they are a little bit minimalist. They have a circle here, and the cabochon, the Moonstone cabochon, sits in this center. And I just love the flash of these blue moonstones. Well, we currently do not have this design in the matching rose quartz. However, I can contact the artist that makes these for you, and we could possibly put in a custom order for some rose quartz versions of these earrings. Right. Okay. Let me go ahead and just write it down for you, and I'll put an asterisk next to it since you're not quite sure yet, since we haven't gone over all of the jewelry. And we'll also use this for your invoice when we get done. What is your name, by the way? All right, thank you. Custom order for rose quartz. All right. It's not a problem at all. That's why I'm here. I am here to help. Now, I think she might like these. They are a little less minimalist, but I still find them much more minimal than many of our designs because it is a very geometric design, straight lines and spheres. These also dangle and are quite long. They're longer than a lot of our designs. And they have a light green peridot stone dangling at the bottom. Well, we do not have a version of these in rose quartz. You can get faceted rose quartz. These are small 2mm faceted peridots here. But rose quartz is a little bit of a weaker stone, so you don't see them faceted quite as much because they tend to break in the faceting process. I have seen this artist make these with cubic zirconia, amethyst, and I think there was one more thing that she made them with, but I can't remember, but it wasn't a pink stone. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, so that is all of our earrings. Now I will briefly go over our necklaces. There may be a couple of our necklaces that she likes, but most of them are statement necklaces. The pendants are quite large. Our artists really enjoy making large artistic pendants. Yeah, I'll go over them anyway, it's no problem. Now these are our two featured necklaces this week. We have one design here, and it's my favorite stone again, the Labradorite, and it has a beautiful yellow flash, and sometimes you can see pink coming through, but it is mostly yellow. Okay. Our other featured design this week is this stone here, which does have the rose quartz cabochons in it, but it is not a minimalist piece. So you have 3 rose quartz cabochons on the top, but here on the bottom you have a large Labradorite, also known as Norwegian Moonstone, because it does have a subtle flash. It almost looks like shiny granite, and I just think it's absolutely lovely. Yes, it is a little bit expensive. It's in the couple $100 range, but it is done by a well-known local artist, and this stone here is a bit rare. Oh yeah, yeah, I understand. Maybe after you give her the gift, she'll love the jewelry so much that she'll want to come to the store, and maybe she'll want to buy it for herself. Yeah, that way you don't spend a lot of money on something that she might not like. Our other necklaces we have here, we have this green pendant, and it is more minimal. Yeah, that's fine. Now this necklace does not have a focal point. It's a chain, but it does have a few beads going around it in between each of the metal pieces. Yeah, I'll put this one to the side for you. Yeah, it's not pink, but it is all silver. So it does fit in with the theme of the jewelry that you've laid out here. Now we do not have a lot of beaded jewelry in our shop, but the beaded jewelry that we have is extremely nice. I love this jade pendant on the bottom here. It's a lovely teardrop. Okay, yeah. So you've never seen her wear any beaded jewelry? That's very interesting. A lot of people do pick one or the other, beads or metal, but I tend to be eclectic. I like to mix it up. This is one of our more unique designs. This is a piece made from resin, which is a plastic. The artist will pluck these flowers, put it in a mold, and then mold a liquid plastic around it, which hardens after about 24 hours. Then she puts it on this lovely matching green ribbon to keep with that nature look. All right. And our last necklace actually does match the circle design from the earrings before. And this artist does also make this design in rose quartz. We just don't have it in stock at the moment. So if you like this design and you want to have a whole matching set picked out, I can put in that custom order for that too. Yeah, let me show you a little closer. So you can see it's very similar in design to both the rings, the bracelets, and it's almost it is exactly the same in design as the earrings that I showed you before that you're considering making a custom order for. Yeah, let me go ahead and write that down so I don't forget. Oh yes, I'll put an asterisk on here too since you're not sure yet. Okay. Well, we have gone through all of our featured selections. If you'd like, you're welcome to walk around the store and see if there's anything else you would like, but these are absolutely our nicest, best pieces for the week. Okay, yeah, we can go over your choices. Now, I still gotta say, I highly, highly recommend these beautiful rose quartz earrings, especially since she loves pink and the minimalist style. We also looked at this necklace. Okay, changed your mind on the necklace, that's fine. You just put this back. Oh, you like this necklace design much better, huh? Yeah? You think you're gonna go through that custom order? No pressure, you keep thinking on it. Now we also looked at these lovely rose quartz bracelets, and I did recommend that if you get one, you should get two because layering is very in right now. We also looked at these lovely rose quartz rings, which are also, I don't think I mentioned, but also really great for layering and stacking. They go together quite well. So again, if you're going to get one, you might want to get two. We also looked at this lovely birthstone ring. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and put this one away since you have picked out some other rings. You were able to narrow it down to not wanting the birthstone ring. Yes, people, they love the birthstone jewelry. Some people don't. And if you're not sure if she would like a birthstone ring, then it's wise to not get one. All right, you also really enjoyed this lovely minimalist silver sphere ring. I think it looks quite nice on the finger. And it would also, if you did decide to get these sterling silver rose quartz rings, you can also stack it with them. All right, yeah, we'll do that. And how about these plain stackers, which also would go very well? Okay, no, a little too plain, I gotcha. No problem. See if I can find the box that these go in. We have so many. There we are. Well, it looks like you have narrowed it down to these earrings, these two bracelets, and these 3 rings. All right, that's fine. I will go ahead and put the bracelets away. It sounded like she might not be the type for bracelets, and I totally get that. As much as I do love bracelets, they just get in the way sometimes. And how about the rest of the items? We have 2 rose quartz rings, 1 sphere ring, and these absolutely beautiful one-of-a-kind rose quartz earrings. You're gonna go for them? Wonderful. I'm so happy that you're choosing to get these. I would have gotten them myself, and honestly, I shouldn't be spending money on that sort of thing. I've got plenty of jewelry, but I'm ecstatic for you. Let me go ahead and wrap these up, and we will package it in a lovely black box. So happy that I was able to help you find something today. Yeah. Well, what are you thinking about these rings now? Are you thinking you're wanting to get those as well? Oh, I don't know. Girls can be pretty impressed by a gift that big. Did I talk you into it? I mean, they look really great together. Look at how many ways you can stack them. And honestly, I mean, they would just look so good on her finger, especially with those earrings. All right, great. I'm going to package all 3 of these in one box if that's okay with you. Okay. That way she'll know how good they look stacked together. Now, what about those custom orders? Okay. Yeah, I understand. I won't push you. Maybe if she likes this, you can always come in for the next time she needs a gift and know that she'll like it. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Let's get these packaged up together. Grab a bag. Well, thank you so much for coming to the store today, and I hope that I see you again and that she loves her new jewelry. All right? Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. Bye.